Johnny Dirt is here.
All right.
Johnny, you know, over the years I've said many times you're probably one of my all-time favorite guests. But you brought your own panel with you, a stellar assortment of people, and of course Michael Redmond, who's been on the show. He was here yesterday, had such a good time he came back today. Well, Michael, how did you get involved with Johnny Dirt, first of all?
Well, first of all, Johnny Dirt's an old Newark boy, and we Newark boys, we all stick together, whether we're in the classics or whether we're in rock. And also, you know, I've been up to the club numerous times over the years and just had a fun time. I've had a good old time up there. I've heard some wonderful bands, I've heard some awful bands, and I really admire what John does.
But Johnny, where'd you grow up? Michael, you grew up in Forest Hill, right?
What this deal's all about with Michael.
Oh,
Michael,
what's the deal?
We go back years. You know, since I opened up the club, me and Michael, you know, we're involved in music. See, but Michael's uppity-duppity. He's one of these guys that, you know, collects, you know, the show at Carnegie Hall or Lincoln Center. But when he wants to relax, he comes down to Dirtland, he gets a dirt fix. He sees something original, sees something creative, he sees something different.
Something he wouldn't see at Carnegie Hall or Lincoln Center.
For sure.
Well, you might see him there 50 years later with somebody else copying their stuff from 100 years later.
See?
And
Words
you
of
might
wisdom by Johnny
find,
Dirt.
well, it's original, it's creative, it's artsy-fartsy, it's uppity-duppity.
Now, Johnny, you know, we have two other very distinguished gentlemen you brought along here today, and I assume they are of some value to the television world, so why don't you introduce...
Well, it's not a value to just the television world, it's a creative thing. I got my friend here, Barry.
Barry, who is an English major at Bloomfield College.
But he's also a reporter.
Okay, but that's Barry with the fish tie
Yes.
and cigar coming out of the... Is that a $2 cigar? Is that
No, it's a 50-cent cigar. You want one?
No.
Yeah,
I'd rather have the tie. No, I'd rather have the tie is... and sitting next to Barry here, the English major at Bloomfield College and reporter of the Bloomfield...
Of the
Collective
Bloomfield
Voice.
College newspaper.
The Collective Voices.
What? The Collective
Did you
Voice?
just become a student, Barry, or
Recently.
you've been there a while?
Oh, about 2 years. Yeah.
2 years?
Yeah.
And sitting next to you is just Larry, right? Larry Husino, how are you?
Very good, very good. Pleasure to be here.
Well, what do you do, Larry?
I work with John Dirt.
Oh, you're affiliated with the Dirt Club.
Yes.
Oh. Do you book the bands or take care of any of that kind of thing? Or?
No.
No, you don't book
Police
the bands.
book them. I mean, no.
That's a good line. It's a good line. The police book the bands, Johnny.
Well,
Good line. In other words, but
I would like to get...
Are you spotlight man there at the Dirt
Sure,
Club?
yeah.
So you
Yeah.
a little bit of everything,
A
right?
little bit, yeah.
Okay. Now, Johnny, back to you. We go down, now we take turns and we go down again.
Okay. A, B, C, D. Okay. I'm A.
And I'm none of the above.
What?
I'm none of the above.
Floyd,
What's the
I've been running this rap with you for many, many years.
Yeah, and we keep reading in the newspaper and hearing rumors through the grapevine that the days of the Dirt Club are coming to an end.
All
and
good
people...
things come to an end. But what I want to do is to move that maybe to the other side of the Hudson. That would be nice.
I've heard this, that you were planning to move to New York.
I'd love to move to New York, but I'd love to be affiliated with New Jersey because it's the Garden State. It's where my daughter goes to school here. I got Mrs. Dirt. She's back there in the studio there. We got 20 years into this. You know, I was into the humps, bumps, and grinds before I got into rock and roll. I was the original go-go. They called me Johnny Go-Go.
Where'd you grow up in Newark? What part of Newark?
I lived on 812 Essex Street. It was actually one of the biggest flop houses in Newark.
That's where you grew up as a child? As a child?
No, Floyd, I told you my prior education was, you know, I played hooky from school and I did the state gave me a little basic education for playing hooky from school. That's all I ever did. And then when I was 16, I was on my own. 15, actually. Paying my own rent. I had a regular job.
When did you open up the Dirt Club? What year?
The Dirt Club, I had a place, it was a famous place in Newark, New Jersey. The most famous place there was, it was called Dwyer's Elbow Room. And I bought this place. The place had the capacity of 1,500 people. It was huge. It was the whole bottom of a big hotel. So I had this place, and I had Del Mar's, which is now the Dirt Club. So the deal was, a guy came down there, and he said to me, he says, "You dirt bag, you owe me this money." I said, "Holy..."
I was holy shucks. Yes, keep going.
And I said, now, I got an identification in life. The next day, I went down to the lawyer's office, and I said to Erwin Horowitz, buddy, I said, I got an identification in life. He looks at me. I said, I want to be Johnny Dirtbag. And I changed, the name of the club. That was 12 years ago. And I sold dirt bags. I got the dirt collection. I got Dirtology. I got the Dirtettes.
Dirt bombs?
What?
The dirt bombs?
What?
What's a dirt bomb? Somebody told me.
That's embarrassing.
No. And listen, of course, then. Now, wait, we have a.
From 1981.
Oh, we're going to see some vintage footage.
What?
Yeah, 1981.
What?
So many
81?
bands started at the
That's
Dirt
at
Club.
the
1981.
The turn of the decade
Right.
to the end of the decade.
All right, here's vintage, something vintage from the Dirt Club, circa 1981. Let's watch this.
Because you've been in the wrong direction. What we're into is Dirtology right now, because we're in the basement of Dirt Land. And Dirt Land is a part of a scene. Now, if you notice over here, I got a little dirt bag. They're real cute, they're dainty.
One of those things.
Well, $1 a bag, it's available, it's behind the bar, but we also putting it into the Mail House Order of Dirt. And we came out with a new line. We got the Econo line. That's the everyday dirt bag. That's $1. But we also got the executive dirt bag, which is $5. Anybody can get it. All they got to do is mail in.
See that? We're doing a commercial. What happened to that basement? That was great. A couple of my guys used to work down there with the Legal Mania, the Beatle tribute, way back when. Did you never, if anyway, it closed up eventually, right?
Well, everything got out of hand.
Everything got out of hand.
No, the drinking age dropped. Right?
Yeah.
The DWI. Can't make no money in New Jersey.
Well, we hear this from club owners all the time. The
I'm going
golden
to New
days
York.
of the...
I'm going to New York.
You're going to go to New York, where people can walk to the club and then slide home, right?
No, I'm going to get you.
I know. We have to take a break.
Do something.
We're going to do something. Johnny Dirt, and what a stellar panel. This is something Joe Franklin would never have on his show. All this talent assembled under one roof, including Michael Redmond down there from newspaper fame, a music critic. Barry, the internationally famous Barry. We're going to talk to you a little later, Barry, all right? I want to hear some of the highs and lows of your career. And of course, way down there, Larry. Oh, we have more vintage footage from the Dirt Club as well. We'll be right back right after these important words. Don't go away.